Hello, everyone, and welcome to RASX's 2021 press conference. Feels kind of weird saying 2021 after a really tough year of 2020. And today we are joined with ESA, founded by Drew, and Gateway, founded by Guns. So we will first start off with our RASX 2020 recap video, talking about our future plans for 2021 and what we are currently working on. After that, we will then do a 5-minute Q&A.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Falcon 9 is going to launch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 2, 1, 0. Falcon deployment confirmed.
So that was our 2020 recap video. Big credit to the RASX COO GTA. And as you saw in the video, that our Falcon 9 has come a really long way of development. We started off around July of 2020. Now, it's been a really long run. While we are still doing many major upgrades to our Falcon 9, such as we put new grid fins, which looks more realistic. We upgraded our landing legs so it's more sturdier. We added detailed and accurate RCS thrusters. We also relocated the camera views. We added more aesthetic and visual details to the Falcon 9, along with a reinforced lightweight fairing. And we've also added high altitude propulsion, which you will see in the next live stream, probably.
Alright, so another upgrade we have for the Falcon 9 is the new version of flight computer, which is called FCV3, which is basically flight computer version 3. This flight computer is special in a few ways. First of all, it increases the realism factor by 60%. This includes smoother and more realistic landings, and it has better accuracy, and it has engine throttle autonomous abort, which means it's basically if one engine is not working properly before liftoff, the engine can detect it and cancel the launch right before liftoff.
We've also been working hard and hard behind the scenes with our Falcon Heavy, which has been requested by many people. As you can see, we have also made the Falcon Heavy. It is basically 3 Falcon 9s put together. Most people say we just made it with 3 Falcon 9s and duct tape, which is partly true, if you want to accept that or not. But the Falcon Heavy is partially a reusable heavy lift vehicle. The main core, or the middle stage, the middle Falcon 9, is strengthened. This will lead up to 27 Merlin engines. Put together can approximately be the same thrust amount as 18 747 aircrafts. On the next slide, we can see the height of the Falcon Heavy, which is 70 meters. Diameter is 12.2 meters. Mass is around 1.4. The payload is 63,000 approximately, but we can push it up to 64. And payload to GTO is 26.7 thousand. Payload to Mars is 16.8 thousand. Also, we may be launching Starman. If anyone wants to volunteer as a test Starman, just sign up.
Alright, just a quick picture you can see on your screen. This is the trajectory of the FCV3 I spoke before. You can actually see what's the plan of Falcon Heavy and what it's supposed to do in flight.
So now we will be moving on to the ESA presentation, founded by Drew.
Hello. In the future of ESA, we plan to do many things. By March 2021, we plan to be sending astronauts to the ISS. We will do this by building our very own Soyuz and use spacesuits from one of our allies and a natural buoyancy lab from another one of our allies for training. We hope to start our Ariane series development very soon, and we'll have at least 2 operational by May of 2021 to expand our fleet of high quality and affordable rockets. If we accomplish all of this, we will be good for a while on our rocket fleet, and later along the line at ESA we might look into doing some concept rockets. However, this is a big might, and it might never happen.
So that was it for ESA. Now we will be moving on to guns, in honor of Gateway Aerospace.
Gateway Aerospace is doing pretty well, and we should be done with our rocket soon. I just finished working on it in Blender, and well, we have been focusing more on our demo team, and in late February we will be performing in the Central Valley Air Show hosted by Doritos. So I think that yeah, that's all I really have to say. We haven't been really doing much. It's more of
So now that was it from all the allies we have. Well, not all, but the ones who could attend due to COVID-19. So now we will be doing a short Q&A. The format, if you're typing in the live stream, will be in the brackets, put the company you're asking, put the company name in brackets, followed by your question. Then we will answer them by looking at the live stream. So next step after Falcon 9. Well, as we said, we will be moving on to Falcon Heavy, as we will also be simultaneously be launching many Falcon 9 missions, such as Starlink or helping our allies with satellites, etc. Oh, we have a lot of... Are you going to start Starship development soon? We won't be starting Starship development soon, since we are only on Falcon 9. We will then be moving on to Falcon Heavy, followed by Crew Dragon. So probably after Crew Dragon we will be doing Starship, but it's still yet to be discussed with the team.
Just a small note before Falcon Heavy development. We'll have to finish with FCV3 I just mentioned earlier. We want the Falcon 9 to be like fully finished and 100% just good, and then we can move on to Falcon Heavy.
Since FCV3 is a really big factor, it will help us a lot, and with FCV3 it will help us with the realism. So having FCV3 ready before Falcon Heavy launches, it will really help us improve and help us be more realistic in our launches. And RASX, when will the Falcon Heavy have a launch? As GTA said, we won't be having launches until FCV3. And just a side note, we are following SpaceX's timeline with the vehicles. So we can't just do Falcon 9, then move on to Starship, since that is really realistic. So ESA, you have a question.
Yes, we are planning on doing any real life missions that ESA did. And we'll look into all the interplanetary missions and stuff like that.
We'll be ending the Q&A in around 3 more minutes, so if you have any questions, make sure to write them in the live stream. I actually have a question for ESA before we move on to Moonshot's question to Gateway. So for ESA, what do you think has been your highlight of 2020?
Well, I mean, I think we only really have one highlight of 2020, which is our first ever launch, launching our KoreaSat 7 on our Vega rocket.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice launch. Gateway has a question from Moonshot Aerospace.
Yeah, we will have reusable rockets. I'm thinking of having sort of like the second stage be only reusable, and then I'll scrap the rest, but
Ooh, that sounds hard.
We have a question from Extremo. This is for all companies, by the way. What are your primary goals for 2021? So we'll start off with ESA, then we'll do RASX, then Gateway.
I think for ESA, our first goal is probably going to try and get astronauts to the International Space Station through Soyuz. And then behind that would be just launching more payloads into space.
Well, for RASX, our main goal for achievement this year would be the realism factor, since more realism will help us develop and find more ways and find different ways of how to improve. For Gateway.
wait, what was the question?
What is your primary goal for 2021?
Oh, definitely to get our first batch of rockets. The series of rockets that we are working on is called the Thesis. And as soon as we get up those, I think we should probably focus more on, I don't know, but yeah.
And Gateway has another question. How do you plan to recover upper stages?
No, we do not.
So I think this would round up our Q&A for now. And before we end this live stream, I would just like to say RASX has reached 60 members, and it's a very important and a huge milestone for us. And thank you for all the support everyone has given us. Without the support, we wouldn't be where we are today. And because of this, I think around 69 members will be giving away a Tesla Cybertruck. So to sign up for that, go to our polls in the RASX channel. Well, thank you all for tuning in and watching the live stream. I hope we answered most of your questions. And here's to a great start for 2021 for all of us.